This is one of my favorite of the whole piece. We're going to start off on the root note F sharp on the 9th fret of the A string, jump to the G string, slide 8 to 9, play 11 on the D, jump up to the B string, slide 9 to 11, 13 to 11 on the D string, now slide 12 to 14 on the B string. And we're going to land on the 11th fret of the G string, which gives us, once again, the root note F sharp. So we start and end on F sharp. Our next measure contains B minor and B minor with A in the bass. And here's what the phrase sounds like. Outlining some arpeggios here, starting with B minor, 9th fret on the D string, 7 to 11 on the G string, 7 on the high E, strike the 7 again, hammer onto the 10th fret, pull off to the 7th fret. Back to the 11th fret on the G string, 7 slide to 6, 7 on the D, now 6 to 9 on the G string, we're outlining an A chord now. 5 on the high E, back down to the G, 9 to 6, landing on A, 7th fret of the D string. So once again, here's that measure, which we're going to play over B minor with A in the bass. Our next measure contains E with G sharp in the bass to an E chord with an E in the bass. And here's the phrase. You can hear we're leading into an A chord. The progression is about to start over again. So we start off on the 7th fret of the A string, 6 to 9 on the D string, jump to E on the 5th fret of the B string, back to the D string, 9, 6, 7 on the A string. Now, a little more scalar here. We're going to play 6, 7, 9 on the D string, 7, 6 on the G string, 9D, 6G, ending the phrase 7 on the D string. Okay, at this point we're halfway through. We've played 8 bars. Then the progression repeats and we're going to play some new ideas, but let's review everything we've done so far. Okay, let's move on to the next half. So we're back to the A chord. Here's the phrase. So that was the entire first measure where we actually play over the A chord and the E with G sharp in the bass. We're going to start off on the 5th fret of the E string, followed by 7A, 9D. G string, 6 to 9, jump to the high E string, 5, 9. Now we're going to slide up to the 12th fret, back to the 9th fret, jump to the G string, 11, 9, and the phrase ends on the 10th fret of the D string. Next measure, F sharp minor and E, sounds like this. Quite often I'm landing on chord tones, which makes it sound melodic. In this case, I'm landing on the major third of the E chord, which is G sharp. So this phrase starts by sliding 9 back to 7 on the high E string, jump down to the G string, play the 9th fret, 10, 7 on the B, slide 9 to 11 on the D, 9 on the G string, slide 10 to 12 on the B string, and the final note was 9 on the B string. In our next measure, we're playing over D, followed by B with D sharp in the bass, and here's the phrase. So here we're going to start by hammering on 10 to 12 on the B string, pull off 12, 9 on the high E, G string, 11, 9. Now we're going to outline a B major triad, 13 on the D string, 11 G, pull off 12, 11 on the high E, 12 B, 11 G, 13 D. In our next measure, we're going to play over the E chord, followed by E with D in the bass, and here's the phrase. Now, if we add D to an E major triad, the chord then becomes E7. So I'm playing an E major arpeggiated sound, followed by an E7 sound.